We haven't been drinking.
Hi! We're live!
Oh, we're live.
Hello, everyone. We were just talking about how only one of us is drinking, and that's not fair.
Have water. HR would kick me out.
That's Stephanie's joining us from her office tonight because she's working late.
I am the usual working mom, working late, while my husband picks up Xander from daycare. He's loving me right now.
And we have a guest this week. We have Nicole.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. We're just talking about how only one of us is drinking, and that's not fair.
Water.
Share some.
Okay,
I'm getting a weird delay.
Yes, from her office tonight because she's working late.
I am the usual working mom, working late, while my husband picks up Xander from daycare. He's loving me right now.
And we have a guest this week.
That's a really strange delay that's happening. Do you guys all hear that?
Yeah, I hear that.
So
I was listening. Yeah, I got confused for a second. It's like, wait a minute. Didn't we just say that?
That was my cyber twin.
This has never happened before. We'll just make the best of it, everybody. So we have Nicole, and she's from MommyTipsByCole. She has an awesome YouTube channel where she puts out lots of videos. Yay. And yeah, how did you get started doing that, Nicole?
It actually happened when I discovered YouTube being pregnant with my third child. I had 3 under 3, and being pregnant for the 3rd time in 3 years was the most difficult period of having my 3 children, because my youngest were 2 under 2, and there I was with this growing belly and at home, and I just wasn't myself. I didn't feel like me, and I just had so much changes in the past couple of years leading up to my 3rd pregnancy that I somehow stumbled on YouTube, but not so much the mommy community. It was actually through beauty videos, and I was instantly hooked, watching tutorials, fashion videos, hauls, makeup, hair, and then I just started experimenting on myself, because by watching those videos, I started to feel like myself again. Like I felt like, wow, these women that are sharing just how they do their hair or how they put on their eyeshadow is making me feel better and feel like myself again. So that went on for several months, and I had my son. And after I had my 3rd child, I still felt compelled to watch videos, and I was like, you know what? I was telling one of my close friends, I feel like I could do this too. Like, I want to inspire other women the way that these women that I watch regularly inspired me, but I wanted to do it more so on the mommy level. And at that point, I had no idea about the huge mommy community on YouTube. Everyone from sharing pregnancy vlogs to TTC to just sharing daily, days in the life, daily vlogs. I didn't know about the entire community. And, after I started, I slowly started to discover that there was a giant community of moms on here, and everybody was so supportive. So from starting, it just made me feel like, I always say this on my channel because I share a lot about my journey, and I try to help other moms or other viewers that want to start a YouTube channel to try to inspire them, to let them know that you can do it too. If it's something you're passionate about and you want to do it, just do it for you. And yeah, that's pretty much how it came about. And like, in a nutshell, YouTube has changed my life. And yeah, I never would have thought that something starting as a hobby, just something to do for fun on the side as a passion, would turn into what it is now, which keeps evolving every month, every day, every year. And I always reflect back at the end of every year. Like at the beginning of every new year, I'll do like my resolutions. And then I'll look back and I'll see like what I was writing in my journal of things that I wanted to accomplish in the year. And in regards to YouTube, a lot of the things that I would kind of put out in the universe or aspire for would just slowly, I would see that it kind of happened through that year. And then I would set new goals for the following year. And yeah, I feel like it's just still an ongoing journey. And yeah, it just really has changed my life, and like the connections that I've made with all of the women, either that are vloggers as well or they're viewers, and it really inspires me the most when I get people that email me or even personal friends that maybe I even went to high school with. They've started their own channels too, or maybe started a blog or something about what I did or what I share will, you know, tell them or inspire them to start something similar. And that is the most flattering thing that I could ever have, that I would have never imagined since just starting it by doing my first awkward what's in my bag video with my, you know, horrible like lighting. I was so quiet. I kept that video on. It's still on my channel because I feel like as much as I cringe looking back at that first video 3.5 years ago, I feel like it's so important to leave it there because it shows the progression and people like to see where you started, right? Like I loved looking back at some of my favorite YouTubers, their first videos or their first year videos. I'm like, wow, look where she started and look where she is now. Maybe I could do that too. So I feel like as much as I don't like some of my older videos, it's still relevant because things that I shared when my son was 6 months old may not be relevant to my lifestyle now, but people are still finding those videos, you know, like newborn care must-haves, or maybe I did a day in the life when all my kids were home and none of them were in school, and people still watch them, and when they comment on them and they tell me, oh, this was great, I'm like, wait a minute, you know, I'm thinking that maybe should I take this down, should I leave it? But when people find it and they comment, I'm like, you know what? This is why I started. You know, I really wanted to help people the way that it helped me when I was in just, I don't want to say miserable. I was just like in a place where I was really down and out.
Yeah,
and,
it can be isolating
pretty much
when you're home with little kids at first, you know. And YouTube is like this whole world. You can discover all kinds of stuff on it, whether it's mommy stuff or just life stuff.
Can I ask Nicole a question?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd like to know what your most viewed video was, and were you surprised by the number of views you got on it?
Okay, right now, I think the most viewed video would have to be, I think it's 6 easy hairstyles for girls. And that video, when I did that video, I would have never imagined, I don't know if it's like 300,000 views now or something. I don't really, you know, I don't look at it all the time, but that's my most viewed video. And the best part about that video all the comments I've gotten on it, and that's another part of YouTube is once your videos start to hit a certain number, you're gonna get all kinds of weird comments, and I've already gotten to the point where I just kind of ignore it. I don't even bother deleting. I'm like, you know what, I don't have time to read it if it's bad. But the best comment I ever got, or a few, were from dads that found that video on easy hairstyles, because I'm not so much of a hair person, and doing 2 little girls' hair is really time-consuming for me, so I like easy on the go. And this father had commented a couple of years ago saying, this was so helpful, I have, you know, I think daughters or something he said, and he was recently widowed. And reading that comment, I kind of got bumps because I was like, wow, you know, like this is helping him. Like, this is something that I'm just sharing because it's just what I do, and I'm not claiming to be an expert in any kinds of videos that I'm sharing. But just reading comments like that, that video I would have never expected would get that much views. And of the top, like maybe 5 videos on my channel, they're all like with my kids in them. So I guess it kind of relates to what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
That's very interesting.
I want to ask all of you guys, because we didn't have this outlet growing up. How do you feel about your kids being in your videos?
You know, it's funny. I have mixed feelings about it because I want to share my son with definitely friends and family, and sometimes when he does something so cute, you know, I want to share it with the world on YouTube, and I've done it a couple of times. Nothing went viral, though. And then I get a little worried as well, you know, with, you know, what creepy person out there might be looking at my son. My husband worries more about it than I do. and he would prefer that I don't include him in videos, but so I try to be careful about it, but just mixed feelings.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and but I kind of also feel like it's a little bit inevitable. Like, it's a new world, and as hard as you try, your kid's image is up online somewhere, and we just we try our best to protect them.
I'm always shocked when there are a few people out there in the world, if I Google them, and I can't find anything on them.
Yes. Like, is that a real person?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
And then I think there's got to be something wrong, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
They live
abnormal.
Yeah, they're in witness protection, so they have nothing. Yeah. Interesting, Nicole, you talked about your most viewed videos, because I don't know, Valisa and Stephanie, do you know what our most viewed videos are?
I don't.
No.
What is it?
Yeah, which one?
We won't be surprised. Our most viewed videos are always the ones with certain words in the title. We have a lot of videos about breastfeeding. So we have one called Boobs at Work.
So that's our most watched?
No. The most watched is called Pervy Worvy. And it's about an older man watching a woman breastfeed and how she reacts to it. So it's really nothing that pervy-worvy, but it's a funny title, and of course, that has to be the one with the most views. We shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Nicole, how do you title your videos?
Yeah, I sometimes, well, if it's a video that I'm doing where I'm like sharing like a how-to or giving some advice, I'll usually title it something that, in a way that I would search for that topic. So if it's like I was saying earlier, must-have newborn items, like I'll think of the top 3 or 4 words that I would, if I was to be a new mom searching for information, what would I type? So that's kind of how I, think about how I'm going to title it as far as those types of videos. However, I do weekly vlogs, which is I don't do daily vlogs, but I do weekly vlogs where I compile daily footage with my little mini vlogging camera. I take this everywhere with me, and everybody that's around me knows, and I always ask permission, hey, do you mind being in my vlog? Which is really like a home video. I save all the raw footage, and I compile them weekly, and I'll make it like an episode. So every time I post the episode, I'll pick like a title of something like funny that happened in the video, or something funny my kids said, because it's like a more informal vlog. Hold on, I gotta plug in my computer before it dies.
No problem. Well, this is a good time to say the 3 of us, Valisa, Stephanie, and I, just got back from Vermont a couple days ago. We went to the Independent Television and Film Festival where we were holding this event, and we took our entire families. So we took husbands and kids, and we all stayed in one house.
Oh, wow.
With all 4 children.
It was like the real world with kids.
You should have made a video about that. I would have wanted to watch that.
We have footage that we'll be making into videos, but with all those, nobody got divorced, nobody went to the ER, and we all made it back alive. So all in all, a success. But I wanted to share with everybody. Let me see if I can do this. We have a picture because we had this. We had this big party, and hold on, I will get this picture for you. And we served wine and beer in baby bottles.
I saw a picture. Your flyer.
Yeah.
That was so
and it
cute.
went really well. So can you all see that? Yay! So.
Oh yeah, I did see that on your Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we had a great time, and we had our kids. We had iPads and laptops galore in the house. So our kids were watching YouTube at some point when we had to get some work done. Like we had these. This is what we served things in these baby bottles. Valisa made this awesome tag.
I love that.
And that took a while to get done. So our kids were watching YouTube, and I was wondering. It gave me the idea. What is the weirdest thing your kid has ever watched on YouTube?
My daughters have watched Dora episodes that have been recut and dubbed over with scary voices. And so,
Oh no!
Yeah, and sometimes they come across these recut videos that are totally raunchy or scary or some kind of, they make it into like a scary movie trailer, and
Yeah.
a lot of the times we will block YouTube on the iPad, and so they'll forget about it for a while because they don't see the app and they can't access it. You can go into settings and turn YouTube off, and the app doesn't even show up. So we'll do that for maybe a couple weeks and then bring it back up because when they don't see it, they don't think about it.
Right.
Ah.
Like the forbidden fruit. I think the weirdest thing my son ever watched, my sister-in-law has chickens, and he asked me, like, how they lay the egg, and I thought really hard about it, and I was like, I can't picture what that would look like, and so we looked it up on YouTube, and we found a lovely video of a chicken vagina laying an egg, and he watched it over and over and over. I thought it was educational.
Actually, my son, I don't know if this is the weirdest or if it's just strange. So, by the way, he can actually search for YouTube videos on the iPad. He's only 3. He'll go to the search button. He'll be like, I want to see an ABC song. And he'll put in ABC. And he's actually doing YouTube searches. But
he's a YouTube savant.
He is obsessed with this video that's literally 45 minutes long. You know those Kinder eggs?
Yes, my kids watch that too.
Isn't that weird? Like, all it is a close-up of, like, there's, like, I don't know, 50 eggs. And you see a close-up of the hands opening the eggs, and they're pulling out the toys.
The prize inside the egg.
And it's like an hour of this, and he'll just sit there glued watching it.
Oh my God, that's craziness.
So you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My kids, only my eldest can sound out words and try to spell, but they use the audio voice feature where you can search, just press the microphone and just say the name of whatever it is you're searching. And sometimes my son will say something, but it doesn't register what he's actually trying to say. And then
no. That could be a disaster.
That's not what you were searching for. Let mommy type it for you. But yeah, that's just the funniest part when like really weird stuff comes up. But I'll be in ear sight, like I'll hear what and I'll grab it and I'll type it in. But yeah, my kids they're obsessed with watching reviews, like watching other kids unbox new toys.
My girls do that too.
Yeah, with the egg or Play-Doh. Like they love
Play-Doh.
Yeah, the other kids open the Play-Doh package of whatever, Sophia the First or something, and make something just like that's on the picture of the box, and they will sit there like for hours, long time, and
I saw my youngest daughter the other day was watching a video of, it was a mother and a daughter who went out and bought all the different versions of the Elsa doll from Frozen, and they opened up each package and compared all the different features. Like, this one has silkier hair than this one.
Yeah.
This one has darker hair. This one's eyes are a little bit bluer. And it was bizarre. She watched the whole video.
Wow. Well, we're coming up on our time limit for today, but I feel like we could talk to Nicole forever, so maybe we could do this again sometime.
I know.
I'd
love to.
Yeah. We have a giveaway, though, this week I haven't told everybody about, so I'll tell you quickly. We're giving away a gift basket of Weleda products. Here, let me see if they're all really great baby products. I don't know. We have all kinds of cool stuff. So you can win by commenting on this video by telling us what the weirdest thing your kid watched on YouTube is. Or I'll put up a blog post tomorrow with a rafflecopter, and people can try to enter there. But, yeah. Enter. Win. So, does anyone have a closing word about kids and YouTube? No? Review videos. That seems to be what
No,
you wanna watch.
I was going to say, Britt, before you mentioned the giveaway, that's what my kids, they watch it so much that I actually created their own channel for them, and that's what they do. They unbox toys and they do reviews, and they
so
have
our
a ball
kids
with
are
it.
probably watching your kids. That's watching.
They got to be the most popular kids on YouTube.
Cool. Maybe we can have them interview some too. We can have an unbox video. Okay, cool. So we'll see everybody next week again for MomCave Live, and thank you so much for talking with us, Nicole. We're
Thank
psyched.
you.
This was so
You're
much
a great guest.
fun. Nice meeting
Totally.
everybody.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank
meeting
you.
you. Now we're all going to go get our beer so we can match Valisa.
I got to leave work.
Okay. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.